Hope you are great. Today we are going to take chapter 7, section 1. Chapter 7, the periodic table, section 1. Discovering a pattern. Dmitri Mendeleev discovered a pattern to the element in 1869. First, he wrote the name and properties of elements on card. Then, he arranged his card by different properties, such as density, appearance, melting point. After much thought, he arranged the elements in order of increasing atomic mass. So, Mendeleev got cards like this and put the name of element, for example, hydrogen, carbon, sodium, oxygen, and so on. And he want to rearrange this element according to its properties, but he arranged these elements in order of increasing atomic mass. For example, hydrogen, the atomic mass of hydrogen 1, carbon, for example, 3, mass of sodium 11, oxygen 6. So he arranged this element according to increased atomic mass. So first hydrogen, then carbon, sodium, then oxygen, and the last one sodium. So hydrogen, carbon, oxygen, then sodium. Periodic properties of the element. Mendeleev saw that when the elements were arranged in order of increasing atomic mass, as Mendeleev arranged the elements according in order of increasing atomic mass, those that had similar properties fill in a repeating pattern. That is, the pattern was periodic. So he saw that Mendeleev saw when he arranged the element according in order of increasing atomic mass, he saw that these properties repeating at the pattern like this, repeat like this, repeat like a period. Called this pattern as was a period. So what's meant by period? Period mean happening at a regular interval. Happening at irregular intervals. They repeat in the same order even 7 days. Similarly, Mendeleev found that elements' properties follow a pattern that repeat every 7 elements. So he saw that when he arranged the elements according to in order of increasing atomic mass, he saw that this arrangement repeated every pattern or repeated pattern. This pattern was called a period. What's meant by a period? Happening at a regular interval. So he thought that found that the element properties follow a pattern or follow a period every 7 or after 7 elements. So for example, hydrogen, carbon, silver, mercury, after 7 elements, the properties will repeat. His table became known as periodic table. So the table of Mendeleev called periodic table. Why called periodic table? Because the properties happening in a pattern or repeated regularly. Changing the arrangement. Few elements properties do not fit the pattern in Mendeleev table, but new measurements show that the method he had used were correct. In 1914, Henry, which is a British scientist, determined the number of protons, which is called atomic number in an atom. All elements fit the pattern in Mendeleev periodic table when they were arranged by atomic number. So after Mendeleev periodic table, some elements cannot fit this pattern. So Henry determined that atomic number or number of protons in an atom and said that all elements can fit the periodic table when they were arranged by atomic number. The elements are arranged horizontal in order of increasing atomic number. So Elements that have a similar chemical properties are grouped in vertical column. Look here. Element horizontal arrange according to increased atomic number. For example, hydrogen 1, then hydrogen 1, then helium 2, lithium 3, beryllium 4, boron 5, carbon 6, nitrogen 7, 8, oxygen 8, fluorine 9, and neon 10, and so on. So the elements are arranged horizontal in order of increasing atomic number, but vertical arrange according to what? Arrange according to similar chemical properties. For example, group 1 or vertical group 1, hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, and so on. All of this have the same chemical or have similar chemical properties. The periodic table and classes of elements. Elements are classified according to their properties. So elements are classified into 3 groups: metals, non-metals, metalloids. Metal found to the left, look, all of this called a metal. Found to the left of the zigzag line on the periodic table. This is a zigzag line. The line with blue color. So the left of the zigzag line, this type of elements called metals. Non-metals found to the right, while the right to the zigzag line on the periodic table is a non-metal. Metal are shine or luster, while non-metal dull, not shine, not luster. Metal solid at room, most of the metal solid at room temperature except mercury. Only mercury is a metal, but in liquid is a liquid at room temperature. Non-metal, solid, liquid, and gas at room temperature. Most metals are malleable. Most metal are malleable. What's meant by malleable? Can be shaped or can be rolled like a copper wire. Copper present inside the electric wire can be rolled or shaped like iron, while non-metal brittle, broken easily, not malleable, which is mean brittle or and will be breaken or break and shelter when hit with a hammer. Metal ductile, which is mean that can be drawn into thin wire, while non-metal non-ductile. Metal good conductor of electric current and heat, while non-metal bad conductor. Metalloids, also called semi-metals, are the elements that border the zigzag line. So the metalloid is a zigzag line on the periodic table. Metalloids have another name which is called semi-metals, have some properties of metals and some properties of non-metals. Metalloids solid at room temperature, less malleable than metal, but not as brittle as non-metal. They can conduct electricity, but not good as metals or bad as non-metals. Look, this is a metal, zigzag line metalloids. The yellow one is a non-metal. Decoding the periodic table. The periodic table may seem to be in code in way it is put. Learning what the symbol and number mean can help you find your way around the table. Chemical symbol. Each square in the periodic table include what? Include chemical symbol of an element name or chemical name, atomic mass, and also atomic number. So each square in the periodic table include element's name, chemical symbol, atomic number, and atomic mass. For most elements, that the chemical symbol has 1 or 2 letters. The first letter is always capitalized, so the first letter must be in capital. Any other letter is always lowercase. When you see chemical formula, you can use this periodic table as tool to quick identify the element that make up the compound. Periods and groups. Periods. Each horizontal row of elements from the left to the right called a period. So this called a period. Period 1, period 2, period 3, period 4, period 5, period 6, period 7. Physical and chemical properties change somewhat regularly across the period. So physical or properties can change somewhat regularly across a period. For example, lithium the properties of lithium. Example, properties of lithium different from properties of beryllium, in the same period. While group, each vertical column like this, from the top to the bottom and the periodic table is called a group. Elements in the same group have a similar physical and chemical properties. For this result, the group is called a family. Another name for group is which is family. For example, hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, radium, cesium, all of this in the same group, so have a similar chemical properties. That's it. Thanks for watching.